This is 2 Minutes Together, a ministry of Central Lutheran Church, Eugene, Oregon. I'm Pastor Ben. This week, in our Old Testament reading, we have the story of Elijah and the widow of Zarephath. This widow never has a name, but the setting is that Elijah has declared a drought in all of Israel. There will not be rain for 3 full years. And then Elijah meets this woman and says to the woman, "Provide me something to eat." And this widow says she could provide him a meal, but that's all the food she has. So she says, "Let us eat and then die." And what she means by that is she says, once that food's gone, that's it. There's no more food. And it's a drought. There's no more food coming. So we're going to die. So she makes the meal. Elijah amazingly eats it, giving that introduction. And then, when she gets up the next morning, she again has enough supplies within her bin to make one meal, miraculously having appeared. And that pattern will continue for the entirety of the drought. This woman will always have the supplies to make one meal so that she can live. This story has a lot of different implications. I just want to focus on one thing, which is what Martin Luther called "give us our daily bread," which is that God gives us each day what we need to live, but not necessarily what we want to live well. But I think we have to address this in a particular way, because we know that while this happened for this widow at Zarephath, that's not what happens for everyone. That we can say God gives us what we need if we mean that spiritually, but it's awful difficult for those who their bread doesn't remain. I've been fortunate and blessed that I've never had that challenge, but I heard the stories from my grandparents growing up in the Depression of sometimes not having enough food to eat. I know some of you viewers have had that experience as well. And it would be naive and insulting for us to say, well, God gives you everything you need. Don't worry, the food will just show up, just like for this widow at Zarephath. That might happen for some of you. But others, it's been really a hard struggle. And so it leads us to the one place where we can say this food will never run out. That is here at the Lord's Supper. That the body of Christ is spiritually, bodily, and physically present for you every time you receive it. And that the grace you receive from God, this daily bread, never runs out. I can't promise that this world is going to be all wonderful, but I can promise that Jesus is present for you and will not run out, run dry, or be empty. It is Christ for you at all times. This is 2 Minutes Together. I'm Pastor Ben.